ready with me while I explain to you guys why you can't trust literally anybody. I feel like I just have really bad luck with friends. Also, before you guys assume this is not a hickey, I burned myself with the beach waiver. Like I promise, it's a burn. Anyway, there's this guy that I was dating. I was dating him for about a year and a half, maybe a little bit longer, maybe a little bit less. I don't really remember. But at that time, I was also really, really close with this one girl. Also, I'm not going to name drop. I wanted to, but I'm not going to because it's really not that deep. To sum up how close we were, if someone couldn't get a hold of me, they called her. If they couldn't get a hold of her, they called me. Because we were always together. Anyways, me and him ended, and then not too much longer later, me and her just, like, fell apart. Like, nothing happened between us, like, no beef, no drama, no nothing. We just really stopped talking for a while. Recently, around the beginning of October, she slid up on one of my stories, and then we kind of just, like, caught up and started talking again. And then the bond that we had before, like, literally came back within an instant because we were so freaking close. And, like, you can't really erase that. Like, we were literal sisters. We talked every single day, hung almost every single day, but let's skip the backstory, the boring stuff, and let's get to the point. She stayed the night the day before New Year's Eve and then was at my house New Year's Eve morning. I had plans that morning, so she ended up going home just for a little bit, and then we planned on meeting back up and getting ready for this party. We were texting all day. We were so excited about the party, and then randomly she's like, oh, sorry, like, I have plans with my family. And I'm like, girl, don't even worry about it. Like, I'll just go out by myself. Family is more important. Like, of course. The party that we were going to go to together was, like, really far, so I didn't want to go without her, so I was trying to find, like, another party to go to. I ended up finding one that was really close, after everyone was posting about it, and literally everyone was there. And I was like, okay, everyone's there. I mean, I'm going by myself, but I know a lot of people. It's fine, whatever. Let me just go. Because, like, I didn't want to do nothing on New Year's Eve. So I get there. I found all my people. Like, I'm having a really freaking good time, and I want to say at least 45 minutes to an hour goes by. And I'm over here catching up with one of my other friends, and I'm talking about how much I miss my ex. And she goes, girl, he's downstairs with so-and-so. I start laughing. I'm like, no, she's with her family. Like, haha, good try. Thinking it was a literal joke. Like, I literally thought it was a literal joke. I go downstairs and she's sitting like in the corner behind the pool table on his lap in a chair. In that moment, I'm like really freaking confused because I'm like, she just told me that she had a family thing to go to. Like, why did she lie to me? But like also in that moment, my heart completely shatters because I'm like, I was just talking about how much I miss him and my best friend is sitting on his lap right now. I wouldn't say like best friend. Like, I don't know what you classify as best friend, but we were getting really, really close again. And if you guys know me, you guys watch my TikToks, before any of you guys ask, no, it's not Haley or Charlie. I just haven't really hung out with either of them. Still love them so much. I see Charlie tomorrow, so y'all will probably see her too. Anyways, back to the story. She made direct eye contact with me and then hurry up and looked away and acted like she didn't even see me. He gets up and he comes over and he's like, yo, nice to see you. Talking to my other friend, talking to the other friend, talking to the dude behind us. And I'm like, he just touched my hand. Like, we're gonna get married again. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I was like heartbroken in this moment because like, what was that? She walks to the opposite side of the basement and goes up those flight of steps to like avoid us. And I'm talking to him, like having a normal conversation. Like, obviously, like if he's with her, I'm not gonna flirt with him, even though that was my man and my best friend. Whatever, it doesn't even matter. But I'm like talking to him and I'm like, oh, so like you and so-and-so? He was like, yeah, we've been together for like 2 months. You didn't know? In my mind, I'm like, that dab up meant nothing. I thought we were gonna get married. He just dabbed me up. We're gonna get married. Nope, it meant nothing. I'm just kidding. Let me stop being delusional. Anyways, back to the story. We had been friends for over 2 months. Like, been close again for over 2 months. And she never once mentioned that she was dating my ex. Yeah. One that she would tell me to leave in the beginning over and over and how he's no good for me. Anyways, fast forward. She didn't talk to me the entire party and then blocked me. Like, I texted her and I was like, hey. That's all I said was, hey. Blocked. She blocked me and I'm not gonna go chasing after anybody. Obviously she was no good because what was that? She could stay in 2023. That was so cringy of me to say, but she can stay in 2023 because 2024 she will not be in. It's low-key not that deep because he was my ex, but you are supposed to be my best friend. You're supposed to be my best friend. I feel so embarrassed because I had been like sobbing about him to her. Not sobbing, but like I miss him. Like I want a bad girl. Like we should go on a 2-man and like invite him, blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, she's in a relationship with him. Like I look so stupid sitting here crying about him to her when she's dating the man. Or talking to him. I don't know. He just said we have been together for over 2 months. I don't know what that means. I don't know. Oh! Like, why? Why? In my opinion, no matter what, that's a violation of girl code to, like, date your best friend's ex. Yeah. But, like, at the same time, I'm not going to lose my best friend over a boy, so I wouldn't have really cared if she didn't lie to me about it and then blocked me because I texted her, hey. Anyways, guys, that's all. I love you guys. I'll see you later. I just had a rant real quick because... let me tell you, that had me heated. Peace out, guys. Bye. Get ready with me while I tell you guys a little bit about my childhood and how I grew up. I feel like a lot of people don't know this, but I was actually born and raised in Taiwan, not Canada. So for the majority of my childhood, we moved back and forth from Taiwan and Hong Kong a lot. I remember switching schools basically every grade, and half of my childhood is basically moving apartments. We moved so often because rent was just so expensive, and each apartment just got smaller and smaller and smaller. The last apartment we stayed at was kind of like a hotel, and it looked like one of those New York City apartments that are like super cheap. It's like those tiny ass studios meant for one person to live in, but we had to fit 4 of us in there. Obviously there weren't enough rooms for all of us, so my sister slept on the couch for almost 2 years. Like, her room was basically the living room. I'm not gonna call us poor, because we weren't. We had a roof over our heads, and that itself is privilege to me. I just remember so vividly that no matter how hard we were struggling, like financially, my mom never made it seem that way. Never to our faces has she talked about financial issues or the fact that we were struggling. Even though we all knew, she still wanted to make our childhood like a childhood. I used to be so obsessed with My Little Ponies, and every time we go to Toys R Us, my mom would always let me pick out a pony. You guys are probably like, oh, why is she buying you toys if you guys can't even pay your rent? It's called credit card debt. My mom has always and still just wants us to be happy no matter what. A lot of you guys always ask me, oh, what about your dad? Like, why do you never talk about your dad? He wasn't around much. I was never really that close to him, and I see him maybe once every year, and that's all I'm gonna say. A lot of you guys also ask how I can speak English so fluently if I lived in Asia for basically half my childhood. I went to an international school, so the first language was basically English. Pretty sure I had like a British accent for a while because all my teachers were British, so I can speak both English and Mandarin because I obviously have to have some way to communicate with my grandparents. And then when I was around the 5th grade, my mom decided to move back to Canada. Basically, my mom immigrated to Canada and got her degree in Canada, so it automatically made me and my sisters Canadian citizens. And my sisters were actually born in Canada. I was the only one that wasn't. I was literally so excited to move. And it was literally just like the movies. Everything was so suburban. One of the main reasons why we moved to Canada was because education was way too expensive in Hong Kong because we went to private schools. And we could have just went to public school in Hong Kong or Taiwan, but the education isn't great if you go to public school in Asia. And education was something my mom always prioritized. Moving to Canada made me realize how lucky and privileged I was to go to an international school in Asia because I could speak fluent English and I was able to make friends and communicate with others. Looking back, my mom single-handedly did everything she could to give us the best lives. Obviously, not everything was perfect after we moved to Canada. We still had our struggles, but I'm happy to now say that we lived a very comfortable life, and it's all thanks to you guys. Anyways, this goes out to all the families out there that immigrated to a different country for their children. So last night at like 11 p.m. at night, I was just scrolling through TikTok and I got a phone call from this number that I didn't know. It wasn't added to my contacts, and I was like, that's weird. I mean, I don't have this person added, but like I recognized the area code because I used to live in Oklahoma and the area code is 918. So I was like, weird. I don't know who this is. Like, I don't answer the phone call, but like I texted them and I was like, who is this? And they text back this person's name, and let me just tell you that this person is literally one of the only people in this world that I dislike. This girl, I do not like her because of stuff she's done to me in the past. She was just like a really fake friend. When they texted that name, I was like, what the? Why is this person texting me right now? Like, I have not talked to this person in like so long. So obviously I want to know why they're texting me. So I was like, what's up? It's like 2 a.m. in Oklahoma because it's 2 hours ahead from Washington. So I'm kind of getting anxious and I don't know why, but I was like, why is she calling me? And how did she get my number? So I call the number back and they answer and they don't talk. And I'm like, hello? And someone says, hey. And I'm like, what's up? They start laughing. So I immediately know someone's prank calling me. Of course, I recognize the voice as soon as they start laughing. And I'm like, what are you doing? And how the hell did you come up with that name? Like, seriously, out of everyone, how did you come up with that name? And like, I seriously thought it was this person because I had just seen this person in my Instagram views on my story. But it was my little sister calling me with her friend's phone. Like, what is up with her and pranking me? I was super confused. And of course, out of everyone, she chose that one person. But I'm actually so glad it wasn't actually her. That's my little story time. Bye.
Get ready with me. I feel like the lighting in my room has never looked this good, so we're gonna take advantage of that today. Anyway, so I know I talked about being more consistent and stuff, but unfortunately for me, I got grounded on Thursday, and I just got ungrounded today. But anyways, I got grounded for missing my bus stop. A lot of you guys complain how I never use moisturizer, so I'm gonna use this Biomo one today. My grades have been so bad this past semester. Like right now, my average for Spanish is a 68, but, oh shoot. But it's okay, because I'm gonna fix it. Ever since, like, I've gotten new furniture and moved my stuff around, I feel like my room is so much more easier to clean and keep clean, because there's just, like, less stuff in it. And I kind of like the empty room vibe. And my room just feels way more big than it used to. Anyways, I was home alone last night till 2, I think. And I swear my house is haunted. Because what the flip? The amount of doors I heard creak and like items being dropped freaking scared me. And I also DoorDash Taco Bell at like 1 a.m. And I waited 20 minutes for the person to leave because I thought they were gonna kidnap me. Okay, so here's my lashes curled and here's them uncurled. I feel like it doesn't really make a difference. Okay, so my Ulta package came in while I was grounded. So I already opened it and everything, but I'm gonna show y'all what I got. Okay, so I got the Charlotte Tilbury powder highlighter, the Too Faced blush, and this NYX brow gel. And I'm so thankful to Ulta for sending me the gift card. I don't know if it was Ulta personally, but it was like confusing how the email was stated. Anyways, I got the NYX brow gel because I saw this other girl use it. And I'm easily influenced, like it's so bad. But the way like she did her brows with it was satisfying. So I just had to try it out for myself, you know? I feel like the only thing I've ever gotten makeup based that I didn't see on TikTok was the Caudalie Grape Water Spray. But now it's on TikTok more. So really everything I have is just from TikTok. Anyways, right now I'm using my Too Faced blush and it's so pigmented and pink. Okay, here's the Charlotte Tilbury highlighter. As we can tell, I've already been using it because my stars like deformed. Okay, now I'm gonna use the NYX brow gel. I like how tiny this thing is. Anyways, I want to start doing my brows more, but I don't really know how to do them. Like, I have a slit in my eyebrow, and I want to know how to fill that. So if you guys know how to do brows, let me know how to do it. Okay, bye guys. Thank you for watching today's Get Ready With Me.